Pictures Entertainment, AFFIRM Films presents Soul on Fire, inspired by the powerful true story behind the best-selling author John O'Leary's memoir On Fire. At just 9 years old, O'Leary survived a devastating fire that left him with little chance of survival. But with the support of family, community, faith, and the kindness of his hero, Hall of Fame broadcaster Jack Buck, O'Leary embarked on a remarkable journey of recovery and hope. It's an amazing movie. I got a chance to watch it, and it was just so good. So join me now, of course, John O'Leary and Joel Courtney, who stars in the film as well. So I guess, Joel, let me just start with you. What drew you to this role? What did you like about it?
You know, I immediately latched on to the gratitude for life that John has in the end of the story, the just joy and appreciation for all the hardship that he went through and all the growth that came out of that. And I feel like that's something that everyone can take away, because it's not a fire in everyone's life that hurts them. It's, you know, it can be emotional, it can be spiritual, it can be physical, but it doesn't have to be. And so I feel like this universal theme of healing, of redemptiveness is super powerful, and it needs to be seen by everybody. It's an uplifting film, it's inspiring, and it's in theaters right now, so go see it.
Yeah, no, excellent. And just really a reminder how important community support is and how important the personal will of somebody is too. So, John, such a pleasure to meet you, and such an amazing story. And when you watch this film now, what do you think? Like seeing this, your life portrayed on the big screen, and what kind of feelings did that bring up?
It makes me feel unworthy. I mean, I'm such an ordinary guy, you know. I've never been defined in my mind by the fire. I've never been defined by being an author or speaker. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm a son. I like coffees in the morning and beers at night. I'm a pretty ordinary guy. And now there's this film celebrating this remarkable life. It's a hero story. And why I love it is because I'm not the hero in the film. It is everybody else who shows up, what they did, the words they spoke, the actions they took, the love they offered that changed and elevated my life. And I think in the world we live in right now, so divided, so cynical, so negative, there's a need for a little bit more hope and love and togetherness that we're drawn toward.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely agree. In fact, I thought we could use more films like this in society right now. And you're right. I mean, the supporting characters really were very crucial in this as well. So, Joel, how did you spend time with John during the filming before? How did you learn about him and his story and make sure the portrayal was accurate?
Yeah, John is a legend in that he was completely available during filming and also before filming. He invited me to be part of the film personally with a little video. And he gave me his phone number, he gave me his email, and he said, well, day or night,
I will not be doing that one again.
He said day or night, and that's what I took him up on. He said, day or night, you can reach out to me. If you have anything, if you need anything, just let me know. I will make it happen. And he's that guy, you know, that's authentically John. That's the man that he's become to be, and the guy that has been a blessing to millions of people all over the planet. Preparing to take this on, I listened to his book a bunch of times. I studied his videos, his speaking engagements on YouTube, just hours and hours and hours. And that's how we got there.
Yeah. And John, I mean, there's a clear thread of redemption, faith for sure, in this film. I mean, explain your relationship with God, religion. I mean, how that got you through this. Where are you today with all of that?
Well, let's start not where I am today, but where I was as a kid. When I was a little boy, I grew up in a Christian home, and I believed that if you're called out of the boat, you can walk on water. That was my belief as a child. And when I was burned at age 9 on 100% of my body, my mother came into the room and I asked her if I was going to die. And I assumed she was going to respond, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, John. But instead she said, do you want to die, honey? Your choice, not mine. And I said, Mom, I don't want to die. And her response was, then good, take the hand of God, walk the journey with him, and you fight like you never fought before. Yeah. And I knew what that meant. I knew how to take the hand of God and walk forward with him. And so as a child going through the burn care, I knew I'd be okay. in so many regards, though the difficult struggle is not physical, it was emotional and spiritual afterwards. It's recognizing that in the brokenness of our life, we can still have our life used for something bigger than we imagined possible. And that's something I did not recognize when I was 9 or 10 or 15 or 20. It wasn't until I was 28 that I really began to embrace the beauty of my brokenness.
Mhm. Yeah. And Joel, I mean, what do you, sorry, I'm at the New York Stock Exchange to be a little loud here. What do you hope audiences take with them after they see the film?
I would love audiences to go to theaters this weekend and see this film and walk away emboldened to live a inspired life. You know, John says you get one life. You have to make the most of it. And that's absolutely true. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And in the 5 months that you were in the hospital, like your tomorrow wasn't guaranteed. The doctors and the janitors, the nurses, everyone was fighting for him every single day. So I want people to go to this film. I want them to see it and walk away changed, thankful, hearts full of gratitude and love, and just this like energy to fight for a better tomorrow for you and for everyone in your community. And that's what John's community did for him.
Yeah. And John, I mean, I was amazed like at some of the characters in the movie and how like the dad was not mad. You know, I have a son too, and I'm putting myself in that position and don't know if I would have quite been so full of grace. But so what was your favorite scene, John? As we wrap up and you watch the movie, which one did you feel like really touched you the most?
Well, they were all shot on location where it happened. So the scenes from the fire were shot at my mom and dad's house.
Oh.
The scenes at St. Lucia University, that's where John meets his wife. But my favorite scene is in the church where we get married. Joel's on the front. Masey McLain, the actor, is walking down the aisle wearing my wife's actual wedding dress. And the reason why that scene is so important to me is not only was that the church where we were married, everyone gathered in the church was gathered there 20 years earlier when I was actually married. But in row 2 behind the actors stand my mom and dad. My dad has subsequently passed away of Parkinson's disease, but they captured the scene of him rising up in that second row, and he has this joyful grin on his face. So the same man who met me after I burned down his house with love, at the end of his life, loved even the struggles. And as I watch that film, I don't just see great actors on the screen, I see great people. And I think there's an invitation for us to do likewise.
Yeah, that was actually my favorite scene too. And I loved how it kind of went through the people in your life and, you know, what impact they had. So yeah, that was, it was just a wonderful movie. I hope everybody goes out and sees it. Bring your Kleenex because you might cry. But thank you so much for sharing this and for making the movie and for sharing your story, John.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joel.